Hi guys, so last week I posted a trade, or rather two trades. One was, or rather, both of them were buy bitcoins, buy BTC USD. And the first one reached TP, good, we took profit. And but then the second one did not reach TP. However, in the second one, I did tell everybody that you should have what you made from the first one, and then use it to invest in the second one with a 70% chance. You can read it if you can follow my QSO. The SL was gonna be 38,000, and I did say you are expected to enter with half of what you've made in the last trade. Yeah. So that way, even if you lost some money, because normally the ones I go all in are the ones that if I say something like 80% chance, like this audio one here, that's 80% chance. Yeah, if you've gone all in there, anything 80 or above there, then I'm very, very optimistic that it's going to get to TP. 70% is still okay. It's still an A, but it's not an A plus. But that happened. This was on the 2nd of February, and if you can see, this was what happened. But then fundamentally, the idea behind the trade is still was still very, very good. Unfortunately, maybe I should have moved my SL, the SL that I gave out, further down to be able to capture whatever moves that were gonna be happening in the market. Now, when they started selling, the reason why I did not come in and start telling people to start selling bitcoins was because, as all of you know, if you've been following this channel for a new, probably you don't know, but if you've been watching some of the videos that I make, you would know that we are big on bitcoins. We believe that bitcoins is still very relevant, and we are Bitcoin bulls in essence. So because of that, telling you to sell is like contradicting myself, contradicting my portfolio. Now, obviously, if you're a trader, you should be looking at having a mechanical kind of attitude towards these things. But at the same time, it's very hard being human to contradict yourself. So what am I saying in NS? What I'm saying in NS is the long-term goal for bitcoins, as far as I'm concerned, is bullish. Obviously, we have to be worried about what the Feds are going to do. If they increase interest rate like they are proposing to do in March, then we are looking at maybe some sort of mid sell-off that might happen in the market. I'm not, but it wouldn't just be peculiar to the crypto market. It will be also something that will happen in everywhere, even in the equity market. So let me just do something here because if you are close to me, you would know that I'm not big on technical analysis. I know a lot of it, and that's why I feel like people that make videos on technical analysis, they are just chatting bullshit. They don't know what they are talking about. But people love watching videos on technical analysis, and people kind of believe you more when you can draw lines and draw things on charts, and they'll take you more seriously. But we all need to understand that technical analysis is actually just showing you historical data, what has actually happened. It rarely ever predicts what would happen in the future. But I have a thesis here that I think, or rather, that I want to explore. Um, this is just an idea that I want to explore. I want to show you. This is just, rectangles. It does not necessarily mean anything, but let me explain. So, as you can see, what's happening with bitcoins here, yeah. And if you look at here, this point, this point, if you follow the cursor, this was 12th of January 2022. It got to this point, went back down, and went back down, and then it has gotten to that point again right now. That's where we are right now. And so the point will be, is it going to break through this rectangle? Is it going to break through this rectangle? Are we going to get a solid red candlestick? If we get a solid red candlestick like here, like this is on a daily chart, by the way, if you haven't noticed. If we get a solid red candlestick here, then you can sell and then target anywhere around here. Maybe target 40K, because you can see that this kind of sort of upwards trend, but also sort of consolidation that happened here. So you can target around here. That's 38,971 if you get. But then if we get a solid green that crosses this rectangle, yeah, a solid. What we are looking for is not a doji. You don't want a doji or a hammer or anything. We want a proper solid green, something like this, or something like this, or something like, even if it's short, but it closes above this rectangle. Then we know we are now in this phase. We are now in the first rectangle phase. Some of a repetition. Now, like I said earlier, this is just historical data. It does not mean anything if you understand how trading works. But the reason why technical analysis actually works is that a lot of people believe that it means something and they trade it and then it works. So if you, because this is something I'm going to say here. Bitcoin is actually like 100,000 plus asset that is trading at 43,000. So if you have the wherewithal, if you don't like all this trading or worried about what's happening today or what's happening tomorrow, just take your money, buy some bitcoins in 2023. You're going to be smiling. I can guarantee you that. By the way, this is not an investment advice, but I can guarantee you that if you just close your eyes, buy some bitcoins, you don't want to trade, you don't want to do anything in 2023, you are going to definitely be smiling. You're going to be richer than you are today. So, but then if you are into trading, then this is something that you can just work with. If you look at where it is right now, it closed above the triangle, above the rectangle, but you can see this is like a doji sort of looking candlestick, even though it's not a proper doji. But what we are looking for is a solid close or a solid up or a solid down. If you get a solid red down, then we have to sell. Then you have a sell signal. If you get a solid green up, then you can buy and target. Maybe the first target should be 46,000, 46,000 or 40, or rather maybe 45,816 could be the first target. When we cross that, we target 47, and then when we cross that, these are just ways that you can, if you are into trading. I myself, I've been a trader for a very long time, so I know what I'm talking about. But investing wise, just buy it and hold it. Another thing that you can consider, another asset that you can consider, if you want to, is AVAX. Yeah, AVAX. So you can kind of see the same thing happening here, because you can see this long tail, this long wick from this candle. I'm talking about the 8th of February. This was yesterday. Long wick that goes up but then crosses down. So you can easily just draw a triangle here, a rectangle rather, here, yeah, and just monitor it. Once you get a close above the rectangle, then you can target 24. Oh no, this is not the right AVAX. Hold on, guys. Yeah, this is the right AVAX now. So um once you get like let me even do it just for the sake of people that might not understand what I'm talking about. So this is just like I said, historical data that we are looking at. So you can be targeting and say, okay, let's see what happens when this was on a daily chart, by the way. This rectangle thing works perfectly when you are looking at longer time frame. Don't go and look for, try using it on a monthly chart. I don't think it's that effective. But when you're looking at weekly and days, even sometimes 4 hours too, it works perfectly. So if we get like a solid close just above this point, above yeah, 36.14, or at or 9, I said 36.96.14, then you can buy AVAX and target 101, and then when it crosses again, so I can do the same thing that I did on the bitcoins, but this once off time, I don't want to do that. Another thing that you can look at is audio. We did this trade last week, if you could recall, if you've been following our signals. Is actually also a very good trade. One of the reasons fundamentally why this is awesome is because audio, they have the infrastructure to change the whole music streaming industry, but they are not yet doing that. So y- that shows you that the market has not even priced in the potential of this particular platform. Their coin is one point something, so it's very very affordable if that's what you are looking to go into. So this kind of like this audio thing is like the kind of crypto that maybe if you feel like Bitcoin is too expensive for you, you don't have the wherewithal to go into Bitcoin, just buy it and hold it and don't do anything. If you go to our Discord, our server, here you can see on long term, where is it? Long term hodl. Audio is one of the long term hodls that we have here. Very cheap. And then also another thing that people, I don't think anybody has actually copied this. This is a very good trade. This is a very very good trade. I say if you actually place this trade, you should be in massive profit right now. Let me show you why I said you should be in massive profit right now, because it's a spread trade, where you have to interpolate, not just look at that. Look at PayPal. It's a spread trade where you have to interpolate not just crypto, but crypto and normal equity market. So look at PayPal. When did I post this trade? Let me see. This was on the first of on the 22nd of last month. Yeah, 22nd of last month. 22nd of last month. Yeah, it was on this day that I posted this trade. We got up. So, if you, because I want people to start interacting with our videos, so if you want to understand how to do this spread trade, let's say that you know that you can sell this, but you don't know how to sell it whilst buying the other thing. Because what I posted was, I posted sell PayPal, buy Crow. Crow, you know what Crow is? Crypto.com. They are native token. Yeah. And I say sell Coinbase, buy BNB. Hold on, let's see what Coinbase is looking like. I think Coinbase is probably gonna be the same thing. Coinbase is gonna be the same thing. Okay, Coinbase is looking good, but fundamentally, um, 22nd, 22nd. Yeah, but like I said, this is long term. This trade is supposed to be long term. Coinbase is looking good, but like I said here, I said our projected outcome for this is about 50x accumulated by 2023. But then you have to be doing it as a spread trade. So if you are selling Coinbase, you are buying BNB, and then if you are selling Mastercard, you are buying XRP. Let's see where Mastercard is. Mastercard. Oh, I think it's what's the distance from Mastercard? Mm. Oh, this is shit. Mastercard Incorporated. Hmm. Yep. It's not looking bad, but when you do it as spread trade, you'd actually be able to gain the value that I was talking about. So because if you look at XRP, let's say well 22nd, right? 22nd, 25th, 21st. So we even had a gap down since the time I posted the trade. Had a gap down, had an up, and then we are selling again. But then the point is doing is about doing this as a spread trade. So if we are looking at XRP, I know XRP has like they've got a problem with the SEC. Yeah, if we're looking at SRP, like you will be making shitload of money by now, comparatively. Anyways, yeah. So to summarize what was in this video, I talked about the trade that I posted last week and how it reached SL and why it doesn't really matter. Then I gave you an instance of something that you can do or you can look at using a rectangle pattern on BTC. Using a rectangle pattern on BTC as a rectangle pattern. Again, I also say that it does not necessarily mean anything. I don't want you to be thinking too much about it. I also advised if you have the wherewithal, just buy Bitcoin and hold. This is 100,000 asset that is trading at 44,000 as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, and then I mentioned that maybe you should look into AVAX as something that you can buy too, and do the same similar trade as no, not AVAX Bitcoin. I'm looking for AVAX Tether. Yeah, do similar trade as as I've actually talked about that you can do on Bitcoins, and do similar trade on AVAX. Then for audio, just hold audio, buy and hold audio. That's what I think. If you want to trade it. But I don't see any reason why you should just buy and hold it for the time being. Yeah. That's it for this particular video. I think I'm gonna make a second video where I talk about something that is upcoming in on Alex. If you've been following my previous videos, you know about Alex. So that video is gonna be very short, just about something that they are launching, or rather a collaboration that they are having the offering right now. So thank you and have a pleasant week.